This is a Swede Speaks.
It's time to talk about this week in Sweden. So let's get started with that. Friday, 8 days ago, March 2nd, 2018, in Idlib, Syria, a Swedish citizen, Tarif al-Sayed Issa, 58 years old, who had moved back to his native Syria and who described himself as a part of Jaish al-Fatah, a Sunni jihadist organization, was hurt by a car bomb in January in his hometown of Idlib, Syria, and died from his wounds in a hospital in Turkey on March 2nd, 2018. Saturday, March 3rd. According to a review done by the Swedish mainstream media newspaper Aftonbladet, the Sweden Democrats is the most active party in social media. In the neighborhood of Stenkällan, in Malmö, in Skåne, in southern Sweden, a woman in a wheelchair, in her 30s, was exposed to an attempted robbery by two men when she was walking her dog. The men demanded her to give them her phone. When she refused, they hit her in the face, after which she was able to get home and contact the police. On Sunday, March 4th, in Solna, in Uppland, north of Stockholm, a 37-year-old man was acquitted from physical abuse of his wife. The lay judges, appointed by the Centre Party, acquitted him because he was of a good family, and as opposed to his wife, and because his wife went to the police without talking to his family first. This couple was married according to Sharia law 7 years ago. As far as I know, this is the first case of a Sharia ruling in a Swedish court. I also made a video about this case, and I talked about it in my Tuesday livestream. I will of course link to these videos in the box below. In Karlshamn, in Blekinge, in southern Sweden, it was reported that a beginner's course in Arabic is very popular. On Monday, March 5th, Stockholm, Olle Burell, city commissioner in Stockholm with responsibility for school issues and a social democrat, wrote in a debate article in the newspaper Expressen that the Social Democrats, who are in power in Stockholm, are going to stop all religious schools in Stockholm. They don't distinguish between Christian, Jewish and Islamic schools, if anyone wonders. In Trollhättan, in Västergötland, in western Sweden, homosexuals are not allowed to participate in the activities of the Islamic Cultural Association in Trollhättan. Because of this, the association now risks losing their taxpayer-funded subsidies. In Partille, in Västergötland, to the northeast of Gothenburg, Monday evening there was a big fight at Allum, a mall in Partille. One man was hit in the head with a baseball bat, another man was stabbed, and one man was brought to hospital. In Solna, in Uppland, to the north of Stockholm, the chief law speaker of Solna District Court called for the lay judges involved in the case that I described as a Sharia ruling. The chief law speaker, Lena Eggelin, said that after meeting with the lay judges, she will assess whether they are fit to be lay judges or not. Meanwhile, the party that appointed the lay judges, the lay judge who had the decisive vote, the Centre Party, declared on Twitter that they are not in favor of Sharia law. On Tuesday, March 6th, in Hör, in Skåne, in southern Sweden, because of a deficit for the Social Welfare Board of Hör municipality, the chairman of the Social Welfare Board, Anders Magnehagen, a social democrat, says that family, friends and neighbors need to take a bigger responsibility for the elderly before charging public welfare. In Sollentuna, in Uppland, to the north of Stockholm, during the night towards Tuesday, police was alarmed after a multi-family house was shot at with automatic fire. The shots hit several floors and went into several apartments, but nobody was harmed by the shooting. In Helsingborg, in Skåne, in southern Sweden, it was reported that during the weekend 16 men were kicked out of the nightclub Le Cardinal after molesting several women. On Wednesday, March 7th, in Gothenburg, during Wednesday evening, 2 men with bullet wounds were left at the Sahlgrenska University Hospital in Gothenburg. The police has started a preliminary investigation on attempted murder. Arbetaren, meaning the worker, a syndicalist newspaper in Sweden, might have manipulated the Swedish press subsidy system to receive more money in press subsidies. According to a review made by the alternative media site Samhällsnytt, Arbetaren might have fooled the system of hundreds of thousands of Swedish kronor, which means tens of thousands of US dollars. The subsidies are given in relationship to the number of subscriptions, and Arbetaren might have manipulated their subscription numbers. In Malmö, in Skåne, in southern Sweden, 4 boys, aged 15 and 16, have been detained, suspected of gang rape. They supposedly gang raped a woman who was over the age of 18 in Lindängen in Malmö on February 2nd until February 3rd. 2 boys under the age of 15 are also suspected of having been at the place of the gang rape, but since they are under the age of 15, which is the legal age in Sweden, they cannot be charged. Annie Lööf, leader of the Centre Party, stated that the ruling in Solna District Court, the one that I have called a Sharia ruling, was a wake-up call. She blames the local branch of the party for the appointment of the lay judge. Maybe I should add that Annie Lööf has been a supporter of multiculturalism, open borders, and also, previously, for plural marriages. On Thursday, March 8th, according to Demoscope, a Swedish pollster, the support of the moderate coalition party, Sweden's pseudo-conservative party, is diminishing. According to the poll, 21.8% supports the moderates, making them the second largest party. At the same time, the support for the Sweden Democrats is increasing, and they are now supported by 18.6%, making them the third largest party. The Social Democrats is the largest party, supported by 27.2%. In Lysekil, in Bohuslän, in western Sweden, you could say between Gothenburg and Norway, really. Youngsters have been creating trouble in Lysekil for months. Store windows have been smashed, and there has been fighting and vandalizing in Kronobergshallen, a local sports hall. The municipality has now decided to lock the sports hall. In Haninge, in Södermanland, to the southwest of Stockholm, when Prime Minister Stefan Löfven visited a housing facility for elder people, he was told by one of the residents that although she had been instructed to say that everything is very good there, she could not say that, because there were things wrong there too. Shout out to King Carl Gustaf of Sweden. Give this old lady a royal medal. Thomas Wiberg, a Swedish blogger, was called to the police to be interrogated after having posted a picture saying, quote, "We hate Europeans, Christians, Buddhists, Hindus, Jews, atheists, dogs, pork, wine, beer, homosexuals, Christmas, St. Valentine's Day, democracy, your society, your culture, your traditions, your country, and you. And we think you are an Islamophobe." Close quote. Wiberg, whose blog is called Rosa Traktor, meaning pink tractor, is under suspicion of hate speech for posting that picture. On Friday, March 9th, in Gothenburg, a man was found dead in a residence and police suspects murder. In Umeå, in Västerbotten, in northeastern Sweden, a policeman was charged for buying sex. He supposedly bought sex on October 26, 2017, and now he has been charged for it. The woman who said that she sold sex to him is not charged, since selling sex is not illegal in Sweden. Only buying sex is illegal. Susan Wo Bergqvist, press spokesperson for the moderate coalition party, said to Samhällsnytt, an alternative media site, that the moderates will vote in favor of the proposed changes of the Swedish constitution and thus increase censorship in Sweden. The only party in parliament that opposes these changes openly is the Sweden Democrats. Those were some of the stories that came out of Sweden during the last week, from Friday, March 2nd until Friday, March 9th. As you probably understand, I have to choose between many different stories. I intend to return with a new episode of This Week in Sweden next week, and that's what I have to say about this right now. I would like to thank everyone who is supporting my work. I would not be able to do this without your support. And if you like what I do, if you think what I do is important, Please consider sending me $1 or $2, or 10, or 100. That's always greatly appreciated. I will live stream on Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Western European Time, 10 p.m. Central European Time, 11 p.m. Eastern European Time, and midnight further Eastern European Time. Also, I am going to Gdansk, Poland on March 15th, and I am staying there until March 19th. Viewers in that area are welcome to contact me, and maybe we can arrange something on or off camera. So, until next time, have a nice day, and God bless.